being ridiculous, and it decided to share a window that didn't have any faces in it. Here we are. Hello. Let
Here
me
we
make
are.
sure the Dana is live
It
as
says
well.
it says that I'm live.
We appear to be live on both channels. Isn't that an exciting little turn of events?
It really is. I love it. I love it when things all come together the way they're
Right?
intended to and just smooth transitions.
Right?
Yep.
Speaking of transitions, why don't you introduce yourself and I'm going to take a drink so that I can finish my cough.
Okay. Hello, my name is Anna Golan. I write erotica, super spicy erotica under my pen name Ava Fox. And yeah, today I am here to write a blurb, which is I've been trying to write it for the last week and it's kicking my ass.
Blurbs are fucking hard.
They really
Like,
are, especially because this is like a really short story.
yeah.
It's basically like a retelling, so I'm like,
That was
it'll
my
get,
phone telling me you're live.
ooh, I love it when your phone tells you that I'm live.
Yeah.
I gotta be like, Hansel und Gretel will get you wet.
We'll get you Weddle.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I like that. I like
um,
that.
I should do mine. I am Sarah Sharnover. I am Wordsmith Sarah basically everywhere. I post vlogs on YouTube and I do this over here and also play video games on Twitch. And I have a gaming channel as well on YouTube. So you can find me. I'm Wordsmith Sarah. And then, on YouTube, it's like rights and games and should be pretty easy to hunt down which ones are which ones. And if David Lynch is in the picture, it's me. That's that's definitely me.
Because
Um,
David Lynch is her spirit animal.
yes, yes. Although I don't know that he would appreciate that,
Why not?
because he was a transcendental meditationalist, so that might have been like the wrong lane for him. He was into transcendental meditation.
What?
Yeah, it's like it's the kind of meditation that has a mantra.
Uh-huh.
So it's a different, like, I don't know a whole lot about it. It's not my thing. I am a
Okay.
hardcore atheist, whatever. But it has to do with like everybody is part of the same fabric and we are all one and everything is connected. And so there is no self. Everything is connected to the greater whole. And it's,
Okay.
yeah. So I do not know that the spirit animal thing would fit into his belief structure.
Okay. All right. It's transcontinental?
Transcendental.
Transcendental.
Yeah. If you look up
Interesting.
David Lynch meditation, you'll find stuff about the kind. He actually had a foundation. Well, it still exists. He just, obviously
Yeah.
isn't
Like a
isn't
meditation,
active in it.
like a
Yeah, it's
meditation foundation?
yeah.
Like a Dalmatian plantation?
Yes. If you look up David Lynch Foundation, that's
Okay.
yeah. Hi Carrie, how are you today? Thank you for coming. We are gonna get some writing sprints going. I screwed up and did not finish my writing last night, so I did like half of my writing yesterday.
Uh-oh.
But I thought I wasn't gonna do any of it, so I'll be happy with what I got. I've been getting, and I think it's the weather, but I've been getting like migraines light.
Yeah.
It feels like a migraine, but I'm able to get rid of it just if I sleep for like an hour.
Right.
So it's not nearly as intense in time as like I have 9 day long migraines. Like
Yeah.
I just wake up with a migraine and go to bed with a migraine and wake up with a migraine and go to bed with a migraine. Like
And
so being able to sleep it off in an hour, that's not a normal migraine for me. But
right.
it feels just like a migraine.
Right. And like it frustrates me when people use the term migraine.
Yes, would they just mean a headache?
Yes.
And here's
Yes.
the thing is I 100% believe that any headache is a respectable malady. It is a bad thing. It is uncomfortable. I am not going to minimize you having a normal ass headache.
Right.
That shit sucks. But a migraine is a specific thing.
Yes. Yes, it is. And like you saying that you have a 9-day migraine, I'm like, oh God, I know. And it's
Mhm.
not like, I don't know about for you, but for me, it's like I have a migraine. It's crippling. And then I have to recover from said
Yes.
migraine. And
Yeah.
so it's
That's
like,
how all of the other ones are, except for the last week.
yeah. And like sometimes it feels like I've gone a couple rounds with like young Mike Tyson
Hmm.
and everything hurts. And I'm not
Yeah.
sick, but
Yeah.
everything hurts.
No, it's because it takes so much of your energy, even though it's not a physical malady, but your body coping with pain is physically exhausting.
Yeah.
And, and there's literally no way to ignore pain that is in your head. The
Yeah.
only thing that I think is probably worse than a migraine for me would be tooth pain. Also in my head. I also can't ignore it.
Yeah. I've never had like tooth pain.
Oh yeah, I had a infection that was like down into my jaw. And actually they gave me antibiotics. I took antibiotics for 2 weeks. Then I went to go get the tooth pulled.
Uh,
And the dentist pulled the tooth, and as he pulled it, he said, "Oh, look at all that pus."
oh,
So it was
could you taste
still
it?
no, no, because
Oh,
they had suction on it and everything. Like
oh,
it was
okay.
gone before, but like obviously, like the round of antibiotics hadn't even treated it entirely,
Right.
which I guess is not uncommon. I guess teeth are very hard to just if you get an infection in your teeth, it's just very hard to address
Yeah.
comparatively. Um, but yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that I have a harder time putting out. That's just like a pain my body does.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I got shot or something, I'm sure I would feel different about that. But like
Well,
just like pains my body gives me from
right, right.
inside, that's
Like yeah, no, and I totally understand what you're saying because that's how I feel about like stomach pain. Like I can't punch in my stomach,
yeah,
I'm like, so when it hurts, like especially when your stomach hurts or whatever, and there's really nothing that you can do for it because it's not gas, you can
right.
roll around like a happy baby, but you're not gonna fart. Um, but it's the same with my head. So anytime
Some is somebody on Twitch who can clip that for us? I'm just saying. All right.
so um but when I have a migraine, I can do like counter pressure and temporarily relieve some of the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
think like I think the only thing that I like your tooth pain would probably be like my eye pain. Like my eye, especially like right now because I've been up all night, my
Mhm.
eyes like they'll start to get a little bit, well, they're just old and tired.
My eyes just burn if I get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels like I've been swimming in chlorine all day.
Yeah. Well, no, like if I'm, especially like if I'm tired and I'm driving at night and the lights from other vehicles hit my eye, like a, like just, it hurts. Like it just hurts in the eyeball. But that's why I have these lovely no glare sunglasses. Not sunglasses. You know, they make me look such a listen. I think with my sunglasses, I think with my glasses on, I could totally pull off like the sexy librarian.
I um my dad used to be obsessed with blue blockers because he
Yeah.
bought into all the hype. Um and so now when people talk about sunglasses and all, that's what I think of. And I think of that one that had a rap video in it. And the guy said, "Get me some of them blue blockers, erm." And that's how it ended. And I always thought it was so funny. See, are they the same? They might be.
I think they
No.
might mine's I think mine are a little more tortoisey shelly.
Yeah, yours have a different color, but I don't even know if maybe they are the same cut.
They're round,
What's on your like edge over here?
two little dots.
Okay, so they are a little different at least.
Yeah.
We don't have the exact same glasses.
No, but that would have been totally like cool if
I mean, they're close enough that I think most people would
yeah.
if people were inclined to notice that, I think they would just be like, "You guys have the same glasses."
Yeah. Yeah. Mine are
Thanks, Carrie.
enhanced. What'd
Yeah,
she say?
she said those are cute glasses. She said similar shape, I think. I think Sarah's frames are slightly thicker. That could be, especially because it also might be that the tortoise shell is more see-through, so it might look like mine are more solid
Yeah. Like
because yours is more see-through than mine.
I thought about getting like a thicker frame because I thought that that would be cool.
Yeah, my
Um,
log lady glasses are thick, thick.
yeah, I do like those. But Mini Monster was like, no, because your face is so round and you know, I've got a round face. She's like, you should just get these glasses. So I did because
I do not understand what that means. I have tried since I was a small child. I don't understand it. I never will understand it. It makes no sense.
I don't understand it. There's a lot of things that she tells me that I don't understand, and I just am like, all right. Like she'll tell me, she'll be like, "Oh, mom, you have an excellent hourglass figure," and I'm like, I had a fucking inner tube hanging out around the middle of me. But then she'll be like, if you wore these kind of clothes, or if you wore this color, or if you did, and I'm like, old man sweater, jammy shirt, live stream. I
That's
got
right.
nothing. I
I'm
got
wearing
nothing.
this cute dress, right?
I know. I thought that
I'm
was super cute.
wearing pajama pants underneath it.
Okay, well, these are my lounge pants that you can't see, but
Uh,
these are my lounge pants, and everybody's always assuming that they are my jammy pants, and I'm like, no, they're not jammy pants because they're so thick and fuzzy, they make you sweat. You
Um,
can't sleep and sweat at the same time.
yeah, my pants literally have a moon on the leg.
A moon?
Hmm. Yeah. Hold on. It's gonna show up, damn it.
There it
Yeah.
is. I see it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I see
All
pictures
right.
of my first glasses in like 1999 and they were huge compared to what they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I my first glasses were third grade, I think, so that would have been 87. No, 88 probably.
Well, after Elijah was born, I got I don't know why. The ophthalmologist tried to explain it to me, but sometimes during pregnancy, your kids will just fuck everything up.
Mhm.
And he messed up my eyesight. So I ended up going in and getting these little thin like reader cheater enhancer type of things.
Mhm.
And I looked like they sat way down here on my nose, and I looked like somebody's grandma. And I was just like, well, these aren't going to work. And then when Genevieve came along, she fixed whatever it was that Elijah fucked up. And so then I didn't need them anymore. But recently, I've had to go back, and you can't tell, but these are actually like grandma's bifocals. They just don't have the line in them. But like what's really weird is like this much of it is like I can see through. And then this edge right here. So if I try to look through my peripheral over here along this edge, it's all crazy. And then I get like nauseous. So literally I have to like I can only see out of that much of my glasses, and I have to turn my head in order not to
Yeah,
get
see, and what I'll end up doing is I'll probably end up wearing contacts for my distance
yeah.
and then just putting readers on if I need something up close.
Yeah.
If I have to get bifocals.
I just didn't
Because
want
first of all, I can't be motion sick. I can't deal with it.
right. Yeah. Like I didn't want the part that really frustrated me was like my distance was getting worse. It's progressively getting worse. And so night driving was like getting dangerous, and I drive at night. And
Yeah.
then I hated the readers because it was like I would look down and look up. And then every time I would look down, I could see clearly, but then I would look up and everything was all crazy. So I was like, I just need something that I can stick on my face. And when I need to read, I can look down. And when I need to see far away, but I still, even with the glasses on, I still can't read like street signs at a certain distance. But
That's crazy.
but street lights don't look like stars anymore. They actually look like lamps.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Carrie said
And
that she probably needed glasses in seventh grade, but she didn't get them till ninth. But her kid has had glasses since she was 2 or 3.
yeah, yeah. Minnie Monster, she wished and wished and wished that she had to wear glasses. And so now her wish has come true. And I kept telling her, I was like, listen, be careful what you wish for, baby, because
Uh-huh.
you're gonna get it. And she sure did. But her
Yeah.
glasses look super cute on her. She has like the fashionable, she's just, when it comes to being a girl, she got all of the girly genes from both
Yeah.
of us. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's just super cute.
Yeah. Well, we should do a sprint.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna do a 20-minute sprint, and then we'll be back and we'll talk shit again. And
Absolutely.
let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. welcome in Savage Pancake Syrups. We just finished a writing sprint. Hi, Zucklebug. Now there's a cat on my desk who does not usually come up here unless she's leaving. Okay, she's had enough of me already.
She's like, oh, you're gonna start like actually interacting with people? Not today.
No, she's kind of biatch. That's okay.
Yeah.
Let me do my math real quick here. I was so irritated that I was having a hard time writing to begin with. Like I was just having a hard time getting in the zone. That I forgot to go pee.
Ah,
Whoops. But I
yeah.
got 205.
Right on. I am listening to this story that this Hansel und Gretel that I wrote was actually part of an anthology a couple of years ago, and I'm listening to it and I'm like, man, there are so many like minor things, but those minor errors change things. Like there was a messaging vagina instead of massaging. And then one character tells the other character to show them their filing recipe. And I'm like, good God. Oh,
Well then.
yes, but I am composing myself because the idea that people have read this story and the IRS needs filing recipes about messaging vaginas. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Kind of like if you forget to put your comma where it needs to go, it completely changes the whole sentence and the
It
meaning.
can. It definitely can.
Okay.
Let's see. Carrie journaled. And
Hmm.
hold on one second. I was in the middle of reading Carrie's and then it got covered up. Carrie journaled and is writing down questions for Peanuts teachers to address some issues they were having at conferences this week. So
Oh, parent
that's
teacher conference.
yeah, and they have a little one, so it's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's probably like
And Savage Pancake Syrups is working on their book as well.
very cool.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what the fuck I'm doing with this story at this point. I'm kind of annoyed. But we'll see.
Is it the same one that you were doing like so good on where you were just kind of pounding it out and
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
maybe you just need to draw a picture.
No,
Okay.
no, that won't do it.
Well, the last story I wrote, I drew a picture to make. I drew a picture of a bathroom. And then someone had the audacity to, it wasn't the genie that they were concerned with or the magic that they were concerned with, but the diameters of the bathroom stall and how the hole in the wall moved from one position to the other. There's a fucking genie. That's how it moved from one position to another. It's a magic hole. I don't.
Is it a glorious hole?
It is a magnificently glorious hole.
Well,
And there was more than one. There was more than one. And they're like, well, according to the public bathrooms that I've been in, and I was like, this isn't a public bathroom, it's a magic bathroom. And men's bathrooms typically have smaller stalls, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's not a men's bathroom, it's a magic bathroom. It's a fucking genie in a
right.
bathroom.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I get kind of I get it. I get it because there are some times where I'm reading other people's work and I'm just like, is this even physically possible? Like, I don't know, don't put your hip bones against porcelain sinks because that's painful.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you've got like magic elements and it's not like I've got to explain what a genie is,
right. Yeah, it's kind of a standard magical creature.
yeah. But oh well, that's what the reviews and critics are for, right?
I'd just like to say that when you write erotica and you get reviews like that, uh, all I would be able to think would be, so that made them lose their boner.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
Like, I'm a child, so that would just make me laugh.
I know, right? Because you're like, hold on, wait a minute. Like you're getting into the story, everything's going great. And the fact that the bathroom stall is there's too many people in a bathroom stall. But and that was the critique was that there wasn't enough there wouldn't be enough space in a public bathroom for all of the people that were in the stall.
Right.
And when the scene started, there was only one hole, and suddenly there was another hole. And I'm like, and the genie turned Cupid into a woman. That doesn't bother you. Not one bit. But a fucking hole magically appearing where it wasn't before.
Yeah.
And if it's an orgy in a bathroom stall, do you really need all that space? No, I think not. But
Yeah. You're not really worried about if an armpit's in your eye.
yeah.
It's not really high on the list.
Not at all. Not at all. Unless you're
Let's see here.
maybe I don't
Savage.
go
Oh,
ahead.
I was just gonna say Savage Pancakes said they're writing medieval fantasy. They have 3,000 words for chapter one, but want to restart half of it.
I wouldn't if this is your first draft, I wouldn't restart it just yet. That's just me. Like just go ahead
Yeah.
and let the garbage hit the paper and then go back and be like, yeah,
Yeah. There's
yeah,
like a whole editing process. So I mean,
yeah,
if you can let stuff go, sometimes that's the best bet.
yeah. I like to word vomit and then go back and listen to
Yeah.
it.
I think as
Yeah.
I get better at writing, I feel less comfortable having bad stuff written on the page
Mhm.
that I know isn't good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just I as I get better as a writer, my rough draft is better.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I feel like
It
I have less inclination to go back
yeah.
and fix stuff now. Um I had to fight it a lot more when I was early in my writing.
Yeah. Like 6 years ago, rough draft versus rough draft today. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that I struggle with still is like dialogue because some people say that it should be action and then dialogue and some people say it should be the other and
It
I'm just
it
like
I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Both are
yeah,
correct
right.
and do what sounds best in the scene.
Right. And I'm like and then some people will tell you that you can't flip-flop. So like if you're and
I've
but
never heard that. That literally is I prefer for it to be flip-flopped.
right, because sometimes you need to speak before you move and sometimes you need to move before you speak, like
And also we're not we're not writing a handbook, we're writing a novel.
this is true. This is
Like it's
true.
narrative. So the idea that you would want everything to be lined the same way, it's not a manual.
Right.
It's not an index.
Yeah.
It's a
I
story.
I mean, some people might consider it a manual, especially what I'm writing.
But it's not. It's not
I
being
know.
written to be like it's not instructions. It's not like
Right. Yeah. Well,
I
and
don't
that's
know.
why that's why it's like not only that, but like we're independent, so it's not like we have to follow specific guidelines set forth by the people that we're writing for because we are the people that we're writing for. So, but I don't know. I don't know. I do feel like I have gotten better over the years. I also think that the more comfortable I get with like the different scenarios, um, my writing is a lot better.
Well, and I think the other thing is that once you start writing, every time you read something, and frequently when you engage with things that aren't written, you will look at them differently and learn from them without even knowing it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. And then sometimes I find myself feeling a little bit like an asshole because I'll be reading somebody's Facebook post and I'm like, huh, perhaps you should have put a period there and then continued your thought because now you're going to eat somebody's baby.
yeah, yep, sometimes
Yeah.
people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And then I had a very interesting conversation with Mini Monster about the Oxford comma.
Yes,
I was unaware that there was like an ongoing debate on whether
there is.
a
There's one in
list.
my house.
Yeah.
There's it's a problem. We don't talk about it in my house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, we don't talk about it here because Travis hates it and I am a proponent.
Yeah, because I was unaware that there were people who think that if you're making a list of things, you don't have to like and 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 but there are people who believe that it can just be
No, 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 that's not what the Oxford comma is. The Oxford comma is specifically the one before the and. So if you list off a bunch of things,
right.
so you say shoes, socks, pants, and shirt. It's
Right.
just the comma before the and.
Right.
That is the question.
Right. Because yeah,
And
and
the non-Oxford people say the and tells you that there's a pause.
no.
It doesn't.
Right. Like
So, but
right.
yeah, like Travis will not put a comma in front of an and.
Yeah, that just doesn't I
It
don't
makes me hostile.
yeah. Yeah. And then like when I'm running it through Grammarly or whatever and it tells me to take out the commas before the ands or the buts and I'm like, why would I do that? And maybe it's because like when I read it out loud, if the comma's not there, I don't take a breath. I don't pause. I just
Right.
continue.
Because like if I was listing off things and the last thing I listed was bits and bobs, then I wouldn't use it because it is bits and bobs is one thing.
Right.
So I wouldn't use it because that wouldn't be part of the list. That is a single item that
Right.
has an and in it. And that's why I have to put it if it's not that way.
Right.
Because it tells me that it's not one thing. It's not bits and bobs.
Right.
It's shoes and socks. But
And
shoes
bits
and
and
socks
bobs.
is not a thing.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I am team comma before the last and.
Yep. So Oxford comma.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's oh, Savage Pancakes, his name is Travis, and he was confused for a minute. Yeah, that's my husband's name. And he said thank you to me for stopping by his streams and dropping lurks. I sometimes have to lurk on gaming streams because of my motion sickness. So like if I leave this stream open and I watch it, I will actually get sick. So a lot of times if I come in and immediately lurk, it's because I can tell it's going to make me ill.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately it's like I think they're like $8 a patch now, but that's really expensive to watch a stream
$8 for like a motion sickness patch?
for a 3-day patch. Yeah, it's prescription.
Mm,
It's actually a hallucinogen called scopolamine. I believe it is the drug that comes off of the little white flowers that grow in the Midwest in people's yards that are like super poisonous. And I can't think of what they're called. Let me look it
yeah.
up.
Okay, because I'm
'Cause
like,
it Because
I
it
don't know.
actually is, it's a hallucinogen and it's a poison.
Huh. Like milkweed or
Uh, deadly nightshade, mandrake, corkwood, Jimson weed, henbane, angel's trumpets. Like it's a
yeah.
nightshade.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
like a
all of
nightshade
that's in
thing.
the nightshade family.
Yeah.
So, well, okay. I recently had somebody come in and they were like talking about how they had found some wild elderberries and they were eating like elderberries by the poundful. And I was like, you might want to be careful with that. I was like, so I'm explaining that there are elderberries and then there are imposter elderberries. And even if it's a real elderberry, if it's not ripe enough and if it's not processed right, it's going to make you sick. And this guy was just, no, no, I'm immune to all that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, the chemical breakdown, nobody's immune to the effects that
Right.
poisonous plants
Right.
have
And
on the
actually,
body.
what scopolamine is doing essentially is it is making me hallucinate that I am not getting motion sick. Like that's what
That's,
it does, is it
yeah,
makes your brain translate the motion sickness instability as nope, that's not what that's doing.
that's such a trip, man. That's
Isn't it
crazy.
weird? Science is
Yeah,
fucking weird.
it
And
really
it is
is.
so, and the only reason I found out about them was because I puke as soon as they put me in the wheelchair to wheel me to the car after a surgery.
Uh-huh.
I puke. So they gave me a patch so that they wouldn't have to deal with me puking because they don't want you to puke. You
Oh
know, like that's,
no.
they have to
Yep.
document it and they have to keep track of all that shit. So
Yep.
like, they would rather you don't. Um,
Exactly.
so they put one on me after a surgery and I was like, what's this magical thing? And then I went to my doctor and I was like, look, I like video games. That's what I do to enjoy my time. Some of them
Right.
make me want to vomit. And she was like, I mean, if it works, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that is common for people to use it for video games. But like
Yeah.
video games, if I don't have video games, I am not mentally well.
Right, right. I
So
I never really understood motion sickness um until I started putting these things on my face. And now I
yeah,
understand it. Yeah.
yeah,
Especially if I forget to turn my head when I'm looking around.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's weird. It's
I
weird because your
wonder,
brain just goes like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna fall," or "Uh-oh, we're dizzy,"
yeah.
and
I
you're like,
wonder if like I took some of
"Why?"
that stuff and then walked around with my glasses on, if it would make me hallucinate that I'm not like getting sick.
In theory, I mean, that's what they're for. They're motion sickness patches. They're like,
Yeah. I might be more inclined to wear them more often. Because like sitting here, just sitting here is fine. Or if I'm like reading, it's fine. But when I have to move around, it's not so fine.
yeah, it's 1 milligram over 3 days. Like it is a tiny amount
Yeah.
of this. You know what I mean? Like this is it is, and it's absorbed through your skin, so it is literally just seeping in very slowly, which is
Right.
why it doesn't cause. But it does cause like it can cause dizziness, which is funny. Um, dry mouth, blurred vision. I don't have any of those symptoms though. Once in a while, I will get a little bit of the dry mouth, but also I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't really.
Yeah. I was gonna say
I don't want to point fingers.
if you don't uh if you haven't experienced dry mouth, well, you're lucky
Right.
because
Right. And that's the thing is like if you're on any other medication, you're at a high chance anyway, because most medications have that as a side effect.
yeah, and it really like I was there was a couple of side like medications I was taking that caused dry mouth. And then there like I did wasn't having that problem. And now that I'm back on this other medication, I get dry mouth and I feel like I'm always thirsty. Like, but I don't know if I like I'm not always thirsty. It's just my mouth gets all
I have
cottony.
I have a weird recommendation for you, and I
Uh-huh.
actually got these at the dispensary. They're called Flint's Mints, Flints. You're probably gonna have to buy them online because the only place I've ever seen sell them is the dispensary. But they have a drug in them as well that comes off of um
Chocolate.
it's the toothache plant from South America. So it's a different toothache plant than most people. Spilanthes flower. And it causes this slight tingling that
Mhm.
makes you salivate more.
Interesting.
It's really cool. And I actually bought them and didn't know that that's what they did. And I ate one and I was like, afterwards, I was like, what is going on with my mouth? And like, I was like, Travis, try these. What is going on? Am I hallucinating this or what? And I ended up having to look it up. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's native to Brazil.
Okay.
And they have different strengths of the Spilanthes part.
Uh-huh.
So like they're numbered for how strong and the tingling part is.
So if I just want to be like moist, I could take like the lowest dosage, and if I want to be a water fountain.
They have different flavors and they're really cool though. I really like them and they're not that expensive. The cost on the website is the same as you buy at like a store or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah, but I am partial to the lemon and the mint.
I do like both lemon and mint.
So that's those are both fairly high strengths, but they're also not that like it's not like you just like did some nummies with some cocaine or something. It's just like a little tinkly. Let's see here. So Savage Pancake said that they get sick in the car and had vertigo, so they couldn't work, and even walking made them dizzy. I've had vertigo like that too. I had vertigo when I was younger, although we're not entirely sure that it wasn't the beginning of my what are they called, my vestibular migraines.
Mm.
Because I didn't get diagnosed with that for a long time. It takes a long time for them to diagnose it because they always assume it's positional vertigo.
Yeah.
Um, but they work at a lumber yard where they're driving forklifts and being up high in a train car. Not, yeah, no, that would not be a good idea to be having vertigo while doing a job like that.
Yeah.
That would be bad news bears, I would assume.
Yeah,
But
that would
also,
be.
we are an hour into the stream and we've done one sprint, so I think we should do other sprints.
Let's do it.
And also, I was supposed to pee last sprint and I didn't, so now I've got an hour longer without peeing than I wanted to.
Well, you
I
got
forgot
20
to go when we
minutes.
went.
It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna.
gonna go now.
Okay, okay.
All right.
All
It's
right.
peeing time. All
Pee
right, we're
time.
gonna go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that's time. I got 291 that time.
I finished reading the story. And because I'm working on a cover art for it, I think that I want to go back and kind of rewrite it because it was definitely rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like,
I'm always disappointed in myself when I find work I rushed through, and that includes like my day job work. Like
yeah,
if I
yeah.
rushed, I get like halfway through looking at it and I'm like, oh, you hurried and it did not do you good things.
Right,
So
right.
bad at hurrying.
Because it was so rushed that there isn't one like erotic scene in it. It's just like, and then they, and then, and
Oh, so
then,
so it's more like a fade to black kind of where you just like say what happened and then you're like,
yeah,
and use your imagination.
yeah, yeah. Here
They
are the
boned. I hope you liked it.
yeah. Here are the characters, and this is what they did. Now you go
Was
ahead
it
and
good for
fill.
you? It was good for them.
Yes, yes. So I definitely think that I'm about to invest in a book cover. So I definitely want to go back and uh elaborate a little bit more
Oh,
about
speaking of book covers, did you see that Alina went from not posting for several years to posting every single day?
every day? Oh
She's posted
no.
like every day since then, since
Oh
the one
my.
that Tamara posted
Yeah, no, I
in
didn't
our
really.
group chat. Yeah, she's posting all the time. She's so
Oh
funny.
wow. I
She
didn't
has
really.
no like happy medium.
Right. It's like all or nothing, man.
Carrie said,
Oh,
still journaling, planning on working on office decluttering, reorganizing, and I had to refill my fountain pen, so now I have green ink all over my fingers. Yeah, that's how it'd be.
yeah.
And then Savage Pancakes said, so, apologies, by the way, I'm not used to streams like these, so I feel like I'm always bothering when I text something when you guys are talking. No, you don't have to worry about that. It's just sometimes we don't switch back over to the chat for a few minutes. So don't feel weird. Feel free to message. We just sometimes wander off longer
Yeah.
than we intend to.
Well, and it's nice. It's nice when they interact with us.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it when they interact with us and when they ask questions because
Yeah,
most of the time, like, yeah, we're taking a little break from writing and we're talking about
right,
motion sickness.
right. I think I'm like 9 words short of my goal for the day, so I do need to make sure we do another sprint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely do another sprint. I yeah, because now that I think what I'm gonna end up doing is like printing this off and then like rereading it and taking notes like where I want to add
Mhm.
stuff to. Um,
Do you work tonight?
no.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow.
Right, but I mean, like, at least you don't have to like sleep today and then get ready to work tonight.
Right,
Like,
right. So that's what I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bang this out.
that's what she said.
Gonna
Right.
Um, so yeah, because I need to stay awake. Because I do need to sleep tonight because I'm traveling tomorrow. And then and now I've got that thing that I'm gonna work on. Because that's what I was trying to figure out, well, what the hell am I gonna do with myself to keep myself awake? And I'm like, I'm gonna make this story
Right.
so much better. And then I'll add it to my audio. Oh, and that's the other thing I need to do. I need to get all of my wildlife videos that I've been making, and I need to get them and put them on my YouTube channel so that I can free up some space on my phone so I can actually make, because I have to
Okay.
do,
I'm gonna tell you right now what I use to upload my videos off of my phone. It's called It works so well because it uploads them in their regular quality, so it doesn't shrink them down like a
Okay.
lot of the upload programs do.
Uh-huh.
You just have to have it on the same network as the computer you're using. That's the only thing that you need to make sure is that your phone's on the same network. It's called Superbeam.
Super beam.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And if you need help with it, you can just message me, but it looks like that.
Oh, okay.
And then you just hit send, and then you select what you want to send, and then
Uh-huh.
it sends you like a. I always go. Hold on. We're gonna pretend that there is not massive chaos behind me. So okay, let's say I'm gonna send myself this video. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
I send it. I hit send. So then there's a QR code that you can go find the thing on. But what I do is I go to web
Mhm.
and then see that 10.0.0. I just put
Yeah.
that into my browser
Yeah.
and then I just download them from there. And
Oh.
it just downloads the things and you can delete them from your phone after they're downloaded. I always make sure I open the zip and can access everything that's downloaded before I delete it,
Mhm.
just to make sure that it look, because I've gotten it loaded wrong once and I've used this
Okay.
for like 6 years.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Let me make sure that's not running anymore.
So I wonder if I
It's
could
not.
do if like I can use because usually I use like Power Director to I wonder if I could get Power Director on my laptop.
Is that what you use for your editing?
Yeah.
You probably could. Do you use that on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I
But
do
you
like
still would be able to edit them on your phone and then upload them that way to your computer to send them to
and
YouTube.
that's
Unless you send them
yeah.
straight to YouTube from your phone. I just have never liked that.
I usually do send them straight to YouTube from my phone, but if I can if I could do it that way, that would be much better because then I could actually see what it's going to look like on my laptop before I ping it over to the
Yeah.
YouTubes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way, because I've got this tiny little screen and sometimes you're like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like editing on my phone because it's just too small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I have my stylus. Before I was using my finger, but now I have my stylus and I'm like, okay, this works. But I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just some things, there's projects that I want to work on that I think it would be better if I could look at it on my computer screen and
Yeah.
hear it through this audio
Yeah.
versus the little tiny speaker on my phone or hooking it up to the Bluetooth in my bedroom and being like,
Right. Yeah. You're never
maybe,
sure what sounds are coming from what thing really then.
yeah, like, and maybe that's why I don't like the sound of my own voice because I've always heard my own voice through my phone or through a
Is that how
Bluetooth.
you always uploaded YouTube videos? You
Yeah,
always did them on your phone? I had no
yeah,
idea.
really.
Yeah, I did not know.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, though, back when you were making like regular YouTube videos, I don't think I knew as much about video making as I do
yeah,
now. So I
yeah,
think maybe now if you were doing the same thing, I think I might know,
yeah,
maybe. I don't
yeah.
know.
Plus, I always like. I think the quality of my phone helps.
Well, yes, yes, having a good phone definitely
Yeah,
makes a difference. Like all of my footage is shot on my phone.
yeah.
I just don't
Edit it on your phone.
edit it on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yep, yep. All right, we should do another sprint because I need to get the rest of my words.
Get the rest of your words done. I'm gonna pee this time instead of peeing everybody's pants
Well done.
and print off this thing so that I can start putting notes in like where I want to expand. Because dang it, if if I'm gonna write about tree ogres humping humans, it's gonna be a good hump day.
Damn it. It's gonna be a
Damn
good
it.
hump day. All right, here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we did it. Hooray, we did it. How'd you do?
I have lots of red. Lots of red.
Oh, good.
I
I got
know.
I got 280. So that's like,
That pushes you over your goal.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. 336. Yeah, it's like 800 or something for the day, right around there. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Not at all. I,
So,
I also have discovered that there is so much potential for lots of different scenarios within this little story. So I'm glad that I decided that I'm going to work with it. Work it.
woohoo,
I know. I'm gonna elaborate.
that's
Fade
exciting.
fade to black. Who the hell wrote this?
Not that Dana we know.
No, no, definitely not. The Dana we know loves details.
Right?
Graphic, gory details.
My goodness. Oh
Mm.
man. I do want to wrap up pretty quick because my stomach is doing something very strange and I'm not quite sure what it is and I don't trust it.
Okay. All right. Well,
So,
let's do it.
all
Do you want me
right.
to?
Either way.
Okay, go first.
Okay. So the Twitch is mine. I am Sarah Chernover. If you are seeing this on my YouTube, this is VOD, so sorry, this was in the past. But if you're seeing this on Dana's YouTube, it is either just past or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, on my Twitch, I'm Wordsmith Sarah. I'm basically Wordsmith Sarah everywhere. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, and then if you're on my YouTube, like and subscribe, and yeah, I'm around. I'm everywhere.
Yay. All right, and I am Dana Golan. I write erotica under my pen name Ava Fox. I have an anthology that came out in February. The link is down below, and I have a website where you can go and sign up for a members only section where eventually you'll be able to hear me read my delightful tales of debauchery. All right, that's it. That's all I got. And now I can't hear you.
It muted. I don't know why I did that. If you are on Twitch, I am going to raid out after I go to the end screen. So everybody else, we will see you guys all next week, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern for more writing.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh man. And then